Can y'all hear me now? Okay, there we go. Let me say this, family. Did y'all hear me when I said Shabbat Shalom to everybody? Did y'all hear that part? Okay. All right, let me say this. We are sheep, family, led to the slaughter. You have to be careful who you give your ears to. There is so much false doctrine out here. It is ridiculous. It is despicable. If you don't understand something, you don't post teach it. If you don't understand something, you don't post to open your mouth. I know without a shadow of a doubt, many of you have not been called to teach this Bible. You get on these panels, you sensationalize the scriptures, you yelling, making it sound good, family, but you ain't lining it up with the Bible. I don't hear no scriptures coming out, no multiple precepts, not painting no picture to edify God's people. It just lie after lie after lie. That's all I hear is lies. I'm going to say this one more time. Nobody got to believe K. Judah. All you have to do is see what I'm bringing forth through the Spirit. All you have to see is what is being brought forth through the Spirit of Yahshua HaMashiach and the Most High Yah, my Father. Zechariah chapter 5 don't have nothing to do with no Statue of Liberty. Let me say that again. I told you, I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care if you're a man. If you lying, I'm going to destroy your false doctrine. If you lying on my Father and you lying on Big Brother Yahshua, I am going to destroy your false doctrine like I'm about to do right now through the Spirit of the Lord. You're going to stop lying to God's people, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. All y'all do is lie. Now, I'm going to show you in the Bible that Zechariah chapter 5 don't got nothing to do with no Statue of Liberty. Don't got nothing to do with no New York City. Nothing. Don't have nothing to do with it, but people sensationalize the scriptures to make it fit what you want it to be. Did not this man say, don't add to my word, don't take away from my word? So why are y'all adding every day? Why are you lying every day? Why are you deceiving every day? Put this Bible down and get off of YouTube. Go somewhere, man. Now watch this, family. I'm going to let the Bible do all the talking. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to let the Bible do all the talking. And you tell me when we get done, is this talking about the Statue of Liberty? Or is this talking about something else in the time of Zechariah? See, nobody go to the beginning of the chapter to see what time frame was Zechariah prophesying. That would give you the answer of who he's talking to in Zechariah chapter 5. So let's go to Zechariah chapter 5. And your brother K. Judah going to read 1 and 2, and I'm going to line precept on precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. And I'm going to use images to prove my point. A picture speak 1,000 words. If you're going to teach something, you have to study. You have to master this Bible. Master the scriptures so you can be quick on your feet when somebody say something or try to trip you up or try to lie to you. Your sword is already ready to go. Zechariah chapter 5, and watch this, family. Let's let the Most High and Big Brother Yahshua handle their business. Zechariah. And I just put this lesson together right now, family. And I got another lesson coming about the Tower of Babel, from the old Babel to the new Babel. And it ain't America. I don't get it. The Most High say one thing, and you come and say something else. The Most High say that Nebuchadnezzar had a dream. He saw an image. But the stone, which represent Yahshua, hit 10 toes. But you tell me America is Mystery Babylon the Great, but where's the 10 nations of America? Where? Where the 10 nations at of America? What 10 nations of America got 10 crowns on their head? Where is it? Nowhere to be found. That's why they kick you out their chat boxes. That's why they tell you if you question them, they're going to block you because they don't want you to question them. Because you're going to question their lies, then they ain't going to be able to answer you. That's why they want to block you, kick you out, get mad at you. I'm telling you what I know, man. Zechariah chapter 5. And your brother K. Judah is going to start at verse 1 and 2, and we're going to get some understanding together. Here you go. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1 and 2, and it reads, Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What sayest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. So let's get understanding of this. This was a big roll, but we understand what a roll represents. On one side, it's going to be God's word. On the other side, it's God's word. So this roll was 20 cubits in length, and the breadth thereof was 10 cubits. Man, all I got to do is go to Solomon's porch. It's the same length. Let's go, family, to 1 Kings chapter 6. And then I'm going to give you the measurements of how long and how wide it was. 1 Kings. And then I'm going to show you a picture of Solomon's porch so you can see how big this roll really was. This is 1 Kings chapter 6. And your brother K. Judah going to read 1 through 3. And I'm going to make this quick and to the point, and then I'm going to get up out of here. Because I keep telling y'all too much talking make it seem real. 1 Kings chapter 6. And your brother K. Judah is going to read 1 through 3. And then we going right back to Zechariah. 1 Kings chapter 6, verse 1 through 3. And it reads, And it came to pass in the 480th year after the children of Israel will come out of the land of Egypt in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel in the month Ziph, which is the 2nd month that he began to build the house of the Lord. And the house which King Solomon built for the Lord, the length thereof was 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 20 cubits, and the height thereof 30 cubits. Here you go, family, listen. Verse 3, and the porch, read that again, K. Judah, and the porch before the temple of the house, 20 cubits was the length thereof, just like in Zechariah, according to the breadth of the house, and 10 cubits was the breadth thereof before the house, just like Zechariah. So how big was this roll that was flying in the air? Here you go. Let me show you right now. This how big the roll was, family. Look at Solomon's porch and you will get your answer right here. That's how big the roll was. That big, flying in the air. So 20 cubits is 30 feet long in length. And 10 cubits is 15 feet wide. So that roll was 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. Look at that porch. So when Zechariah saw the roll flying in the air, it was that big so everybody can see it. That it was written on one side and the other side. Get that knowledge. Now let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5. And this time, verse 1 and 2 again. Because I have to point out something again about this roll. Because now we got the measurements, which is 30 feet in length, 15 feet wide. That's big. That was a big old roll that Zechariah was looking at. Let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5. And your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1 and 2 again. Because now we need to understand what is a roll. What is a roll? Zechariah 5, verse 1 and 2. And it reads, Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What sayest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. Stop. Let's get understanding of what is a roll. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 2. And your brother K. Judah gonna read 1 through 3. Then I'll tell you when I'm gonna skip down. What is a roll and what do it represent? Let's let the Bible tell you. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 2. Big salute to Moshe Ben Yehuda. Big salute to my beloved sister, spiritual sister, Nit Yah. And big salute to my beloved sister, T. Washington. I see y'all in the building. Whoever I miss, big salute to you also. Ezekiel chapter 2. And watch this, family. What is a roll? Ezekiel chapter 2. And your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1 through 3. Then I'll tell you when I'm gonna skip down. And it reads, and he said unto me, Son of man, stand up on thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered unto me, when he had spake unto me, and set me up on my feet. Then I heard him that spake unto me, and he said unto me, Son of man, I sent thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. Whew. Man, even unto this very day, even unto this very day. Now jump down to verse 7 through 10. Jump down to verse 7 through 10 and let's see what is a roll. Verse 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Eat these words. Drink my words. Eat these words. Drink my words. Eat these words, which is this Bible. Eat this Bible. Many of y'all know you're supposed to be teaching this Bible, lying and deceiving the sheep, deceiving the flock, lying to the flock every day. But your brother K. Judah gonna, every being in me, every breath in me, I'm going to keep destroying your lives. You ain't going to keep deceiving God's people and making them strata off into the path that lead to destruction. We trying to keep them on a narrow path, and you try to lead them to destruction with all this foolishness about the statue of liberty being in Zechariah chapter 5. You have been woefully misinformed. Verse 9. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me. And lo, a roll, read that again, K. Judah. A roll, just like in Zechariah, K. Judah, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me. And it was written within and without, just like that roll. It was written on one side and the other side. And what did it have in this roll, Ezekiel? And he spread it before me. And it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woes. So now I got better understanding what is a roll. It is the word of Yah and Yahshua HaMashiach. Get that knowledge. Now let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5, and this time verse 2 through 3. Because we letting the Bible talk that Bible. Bible breaking down everything. I'm just reading it. Zechariah chapter 5. And your brother K. Judah this time gonna read verse 2 through 3. Because now we know what a roll is, and we got the measurements of how big that roll was. All you gotta do is look at Solomon Porch on the picture right here. That's how big the roll was. Zechariah chapter 5, and this time verse 2 through 3. And it reads, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answer, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse. Stop. This is the curse. Stop. This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. What do this represent, Lord? What you mean you sent the curse over the face of the whole earth? What is you talking about? I need to get some understanding. Let me read verse 3 again. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side, according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side, according to it. What you mean you gonna send a curse? Man, you prophesied this before. We need to get understanding of it. Let's go to Malachi chapter 4. Malachi chapter 4. And your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1, then I'll tell you when I'm gonna skip down. Malachi chapter 4. And your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1, then I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna skip down. Why is the Lord saying he gonna send a curse? Because the whole earth is full of wickedness. So what you think that roll represented? His word. And what was his word doing? Flying swiftly, meaning destruction coming swiftly. Like that flying roll, moving hastily, swiftly in the air. Talk that talk. Yahshua HaMashiach and Most High Yah. Malachi chapter 4. And your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1. Then I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna skip down. And it reads, for behold, the day of the Lord shall come and shall burn as an oven. And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly. He just said that. You steal, you swear by his name falsely. All the wickedness that you doing, that roll, which is his word, came swiftly. Verse 1 again, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Now jump down to verse 5 and 6 and watch what it's about to say. Verse 5 and 6, and it reads, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the father, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Read that again, K. Judah. Lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. One more time, K. Judah. Lest I come and smite this earth with a curse. Why, Lord? Because of the wickedness. Now let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5. And this time verse 3 through 4. Because the Bible is doing what the Bible supposed to do. I'm not sensationalizing the scriptures. I'm reading the scriptures. Zechariah chapter 5. And this time, verse 3 through 4. Because now we know the Lord say, man, I'm going to smite this earth with a curse if y'all don't get it together. Zechariah chapter 5. And this time, verse 3 through 4. And it reads, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. And I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts. And it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely. By my name, who doing this? You, Israel. Who swearing falsely by the Lord's name, confessing the Lord, but you don't got no fruits of the Spirit. Confessing the Lord, but you hate your brother. Who doing this? Who lying, stealing, swearing falsely? Israel. Verse 4 again. I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. He just said it in Malachi. It's not going to need to leave you root or stubble when he come and smite this earth with a curse. He just said that, family. So what do this represent? What you mean they stealing and swearing falsely by your name? Who doing this, Lord? Let's go to Hosea chapter 4. Hosea chapter 4. And your brother K. Judah going to read verse 1 and 2. Who is doing this, Lord? What you mean they swearing falsely, they stealing, they lying, they deceiving? Who is doing this? Hosea chapter 4. And your brother K. Judah going to read verse 1 through 2. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1 and 2. And it reads, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yah in the land. By swearing, read that again, K. Judah. By swearing, one more time, K. Judah. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. We kill each other every day. Blood toucheth blood. That's us as a people. Blood toucheth blood. You kill one of mine, I gotta go get yours. And then we just killing children, we killing women, women killing their children, men killing their whole family, blood touching blood. Let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5, and this time verse 4 through 8. Let's go back to Zechariah, and this time verse 4 through 8. Big salute, my beloved brother Ariel. Big salute. Namaria, my beloved, big salute. Sonia Galloway, my beloved sister, big salute. Zechariah chapter 5. Your brother K. Judah. This time I'm going to read 4 through 8. Zechariah chapter 5. And this time, verse 4 through 8. So far, I ain't heard nothing about a Statue of Liberty, y'all. Have you heard anything about a Statue of Liberty? I haven't. This ain't talking about no Statue of Liberty. This ain't talking about no New York. This is talking about wickedness throughout the whole earth. And they trying to make us believe that wickedness only going on in New York. Come on, man, stop it. New York don't sit on many waters. She just sit on the water in New York. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 4 through 8, and it reads, I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweared falsely by my name. It shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thy eyes and see, what is this that goeth forth? And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephah. Let me show you what an ephah is. I told you we're going to get understanding today. I love using images because a picture speaks 1,000 words. This is an ephah. Look at this. So this is what Zechariah is saying. He say, what is it? The angel told him, this is an ephah. What is this ephah going to do? Let's see. Verse 6 again. And I said, what is it? And he said unto me, this is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is the resemblance through all the earth. This is the resemblance of what? Wickedness. This is the resemblance of what? Wickedness. So what he gonna put in this ephah? We finna find that. Verse 7, and behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. What is a talent of lead? Let's get it. What is a talent of lead? Let's see right now. Y'all see this top? You see what he doing? Do you see what he doing? A talent of lead is heavy. It is very heavy. You can't just push it up. You can't get out. Once it's sealed upon you, it's hard to open. So the angel told Zechariah, first he saw ephah. And then he say he lifted up a talent of lead. To do what, Kate Judah? Verse 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. And this is a woman. Oh, I see the woman in the basket. This is a woman. I see the woman in the ephah. This is a woman. What do this woman represent, Kate Judah? Verse 7 again. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. And this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. So she was sitting in the midst of the ephah. So what did the angel do? Verse 8. And he said, this is wickedness. Stop. That woman represented wickedness. Stop. What do this represent? Let's go get it. Let's go to Revelations. Chapter 17. And I'm going to show you that Zechariah was prophesying in the time of Darius. Who is Darius? The Medes and the Persian. Who was before them? Babylon. So who is this woman that represents wickedness? Let's go to Revelation 17, verse 1 through 5. And then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Revelations chapter 17. And your brother K. Judah. So do y'all see what he did to the woman? Man, he put that woman in that basket of ephah. and put that tenet of lead on her behind, who represent wickedness. He ain't waste no time to do it neither. Oh, shed it clothes. Bow. Revelation 17. And your brother K. Judah. Now, they want you to believe that Revelation 17 is talking about the United States of America. You have been woefully misinformed. This is talking about the Vatican Church, that mother of harlots who dress in scarlet and purple, and the Pope got a golden cup in his hand, who sit on 7 hills. America don't sit on no 7 hills. Rome, the Vatican City, sit on 7 hills. Get that knowledge. You have been woefully misinformed, liar. Revelation 17 and verse 1 through 5, and it reads, and there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, that sit upon many waters. This is a religious whore, not United States of America, not New York City. This is a religious whore. You don't get your doctrine from no New York City. You don't get your doctrine from the United States of America. America get her doctrine from the Vatican City. She looked just like Rome because she's a daughter of Babylon. The daughter can't be over the mother. The mother is over the daughter. If America is an extension of Rome, how can the extension be over the one who created the extension? Get some knowledge. Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of our fornication. What you been made drunk with? Lies. Christmas trees, bunny land eggs. Christ rose on Sunday. Christ died on Friday. The Sabbath day is Sunday. You got all that from the Vatican City, the Pope. Verse 3, so he carried me away into the spirit, into the wilderness. And I saw a woman just like in Zechariah. Hold up. Let me get off this image right quick. He say he saw a what? Oh, this right here? This what you saw? This what you seeing? John, the Revelator? Oh, you saw this woman just like in Zechariah, because Zechariah was also living in the time of who? Darius, the Medes and the Persian, which is Babylon. Verse 3, so he carried me away into the spirit, into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit up on a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Can you show me where America have 7 heads and 10 horns? And if you say it's America, where are the 10 nations? Where are the 7 horns and the 10 nations? I need to know. Where are the 7 heads of America and where are the 10 horns? Where they at? Where they at, you false teachers? Where is it? Verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colors and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand. Can you show me anybody in America who sit down with a golden cup? I know the Pope sit down with a golden cup. I know the Vatican City is decked with precious stones and pearls and gold, and they wear purple and scarlet colors. Can you show me where America wear purple and scarlet colors? Yeah, I didn't think so. Verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. Why is she the mother of harlots? Because all these churches teach the doctrine of the Vatican City. All your churches teach the doctrine of Rome, not America. Because America get our doctrine from the same place all the other harlots get their doctrine from Rome. Get that knowledge now. Now jump down to verse 9. Verse 9. And it reads, and here's the mind which had wisdom, The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. This is the Vatican City. Rome sit on 7 hills. Go look it up. America don't sit on no 7 hills, but Rome, the Vatican City, the church sit on 7 hills. Jump down to verse 15, and it reads, and he said unto me, the water which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. Can you show me where New York City sit amongst all nations, people, and tongues? Don't try to tell me everybody lived there. No, this whore, this religious whore, she sit on all nations, tongues, and languages because they all believe in her doctrine. Jump down to verse 18. Verse 18, and it reads, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city. Oh, this is New York City, K. Judah. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city. This is New York, K. Judah. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reign over the kings of the earth. Do New York City reign over all the rest of the nation? Do it reign over all nations on the earth? No. No. Nobody bow down to New York. They bow down to the Pope. Nobody come to New York and bow down to no man, but they bow down to the Pope and kiss the ring. When the Pope come around, people cry and pass out. Nobody pass out when they see Joe Biden. They actually disrespect him and call him senile, dumb, and stupid. Nobody disrespect the Pope. Nobody. So let's go, family. And I'm almost done. I told you. I'm moving quickly. Let's go, family. Back to Zechariah chapter 5, and this time verse 7 through 11. And I'm almost done. It was over with that quick. This has nothing to do with New York City. This has nothing to do with this. Look at this. I'm about to read something to y'all that's going to blow your mind too. About the Statue of Liberty. Talk about the Statue of Liberty was brought over here by some cranes and some carts. Boy, y'all got to stop, boy. Look at this. This don't got nothing to do with nothing, man. This don't got nothing to do with what the Most High is talking about when he dealing with prophecy. This Statue of Liberty don't got nothing to do with Zechariah chapter 5, don't got nothing to do with Revelation 17 and Revelation 18 or Revelation 13. Because if you had that knowledge, you would know that Revelation 17 is the whore, which is the church, and Revelation 13 is the EU. But it's still Babylon. Religious part and the economic part. But you wouldn't know that because you are a liar. And you don't study the scriptures. You can't study the scriptures if you're lying. And if you don't understand something, you're supposed to say, man, I need to do a little bit more study on this. But y'all don't do that. You just lie to people, deceive people, just making up stuff on your panel. But guess what? Every time y'all lie, I'm going to put a lesson together to keep God's people on the narrow path that lead to Yahshua. One of my sisters had to encourage me. She said, K. Judah, I know you be holding back. When you be, certain places and you hear certain things and you don't want to say nothing because you don't want to get into it with your brother. She said, you can't do that, brother. The Most High gave you a gift to swing that sword. You're supposed to swing it. Whether they get mad at you, it don't matter. You here for the people out there to know truth. So don't you hold back that sword of Yah. That sword of Yahshua, and that's why I came in here today not to hold back. Sick of y'all lying. Sick of y'all deception. Sick of you deceiving God's flock. And I pray he deal with you for your lies, man, because it's disgusting and despicable how you lie, and then you got pride. Gonna tell people they can't come in your chat box questioning you, or you gonna block them. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. That's disgusting that you're gonna block somebody for having a question or question you on your doctrine. Hey, y'all can come ask me anything y'all want, family. Because all I'm going to do is tell you, if I don't know, I'm going to just say, I don't know that. And if I do know, I'm edify you on you. Come ask me anything. I'm not going to block you for disagreeing with me. That's stupid and foolish. You got a right to disagree, but just show me where I'm wrong at. And if you can show me where I'm wrong, I stand corrected. That's it. But you got people talking about they going to block you if you come in there answer, going against what they teaching. That's despicable, man. Nobody don't got to agree with you everything you say, because you're lying majority of the time when you speak. And I know y'all lies. I can hear them, because I have studied this book. And I know when the people being lied to. And that's why I came in here today, to let them know that Zechariah chapter 5 don't got nothing to do with no Statue of Liberty. Don't got nothing to do with no Statue of Liberty coming over here. Don't got nothing to do with no New York City. It got everything to do with wickedness that went out through the whole earth. And the woman that spread this wickedness is the Vatican City. That's where you get all your religion doctrine from, all that dogma from Vatican. Let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5, and this time verse 7 through 11. And we almost done. Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 7 through 11. And we almost done. And it reads, and behold, there was lifted up a tenon of lead, and this is a woman that's sitting in the midst of the ephah. And he said, this is wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the ephah, and he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. I just showed you that. Look. The woman was in the midst of the ephah, right? Let me show you again. Let me show you again. A picture speaks 1,000 words. This is the ephah, right? I'm going to make it big. This the ephah. So the angel took the woman and he did this to the woman. Look. He did this to the woman. He cast the woman inside of the ephah because she represented wickedness. And he put the tenon of lead on top of the woman. How this got something to do with the Statue of Liberty? How this got something to do with New York City? Man, this whole chapter is about wickedness, man. That's why he put the woman in the ephah, to get her away from the people so they can stop sinning and swearing falsely and stealing and lying and killing and committing adultery, fornication. All this woman represents is wickedness. Verse 9. Then lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came out 2 women. Let me show you the 2 women. Let me show you the 2 women that came out. Let me show you the 2 women that came out. Let me go down. Here go the 2 women. These are the 2 women that came out. Okay? Let me make it big. Y'all see these 2 women? These are the 2 women who took the ephah with wickedness, which represent a woman. He put the tenon of lead on it, and 2 women came out and grabbed the ephah with the lead on top of it and did what, K. Judah? Let's keep reading. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came out 2 women, and the wind was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork. And they lifted up the ephah between the earth and heaven. Then said I to the angel that talked with me, whether do these bear the ephah? And he said unto me, to build it an house in the land of Shinar. But they gonna lie and tell you this New York City. Let me show you a scripture that this is talking about Babylon. Let's go to Daniel's chapter 1, and we're gonna read verse 1 and 2 to show you that this is Babylon. Daniel. And then I'm going to show you that all the prophets, they all prophesied in the same kingdom, the 4 winds of heaven. This is knowledge. Daniel's chapter 1. And your brother K. Judah is going to read verse 1 through 2. Daniel's chapter 1. Verse 1 through 2. And it reads, in the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. Read that again, K. Judah. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hands, with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar. Which he carried into the land of Shinar. which is Babylon. That's what these two women doing. They taking it from Jerusalem and taking it to the land of Shinar, which is Babylon. Verse 2 again. Verse 2 again. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hands, with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasures of the house of his God. So Nebuchadnezzar took the vessels of the Most High Yah and Yahshua to the land of Shinar and placed the vessels of God, the house of God, into his temple in the land of Shinar, which is Babylon. So I just proved when these two angels, these women, took the ephah with the woman inside and took it to Shinar, which is Babylon. Who is ruling in the end times? Babylon. Mystery Babylon the Great, which is the religious entity, which is the Vatican City, and the economic entity, which is the EU, which is called the Big Ten. Church and state right before your face. Let's go back, family. Now, this is what I want to do. Now I'm about to prove to you that Zechariah, Daniel, Ezekiel, and Jeremiah all prophesied within the kingdom of Nebuchadnezzar, Medes and the Persian, the Greek, and Rome. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 1, verse 1. Only one verse, Zechariah. And listen closely to what it say. Listen closely, please, family. Please listen closely and write this down. Zechariah chapter 1, verse 1, and it reads, in the 8th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, read that again, K. Judah. In the 2nd year of Darius, one more time, K. Judah. In the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of the Lord unto Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet, saying, so we see that Zechariah was prophesying in the time of the Medes and the Persians. Watch this. Stop right there. Here you go. Now let's go to Daniel chapter 1, verse 1. And let's see when he was prophesying. Remember the name Darius. It's going to make sense. Remember the name Darius. This is Daniel chapter 1, verse 1. And let's see when was Daniel prophesying. Daniel chapter 1, verse 1. And it reads, in the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. So hold up. Now we understand that Daniel was also prophesying in the time of who? Nebuchadnezzar. We see that Daniel was prophesying in the time of Nebuchadnezzar, who ruled before the Medes and the Persians. Now let's go to Daniel's chapter 9 and verse 1. And let's see if Daniel was also prophesying in the same time that Zechariah was prophesying, went through the time of the Medes and the Persians, which is Darius. Daniel chapter 9 and verse 1. So far we see that Zechariah was prophesying in the time of Darius. Daniel was prophesying in the time of Nebuchadnezzar, but was he also living during the time of Darius? Let's see. Daniel chapter 9, and your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1. Daniel chapter 9 and verse 1, and it reads, in the 1st year of Darius, read that again, K. Judah. In the 1st year of Darius, one more time, K. Judah. In the 1st year of Darius, the son of Hazarias, of the seed of the Medes, which was made king over the rim of the Chaldeans. First it was Nebuchadnezzar, then it was the Medes and the Persians. So do you see that Daniel and Zechariah was in the same captivity during the time of Babylon? Because Babylon came against the southern kingdom, and Assyria went against the northern kingdom. Nebuchadnezzar and them never took down the northern kingdom. They only took down the southern kingdom. This is knowledge. Now let's go to Ezekiel to show you that Ezekiel was also prophesying during the same time that Zechariah and Daniel was living during the same captivity. So now you can understand that Zechariah was also prophesying during the time of Babylon. Ezekiel chapter 1. Ezekiel chapter 1. And your brother K. Judah gonna read 1 through 3. And let's see, when was Ezekiel prophesying? Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 1 through 3. And it reads, now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives, as I was among the captives by the river of Chebar, that the heavens were open, and I saw visions of God in the 5th day of the month, which is the 5th year of Jehoiachin. This is Babylon captivity again. Ezekiel, Daniel, Zechariah was all prophesying during the 4 winds of heaven, or the 4 great beasts, which we know is Nebuchadnezzar, Medes and the Persians, Greeks, and Rome. Verse 3, the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chebar. And the hand of the Lord was there upon me. So we know that the land of the Chaldeans that Ezekiel is talking about is Babylon. Now let's go to Jeremiah to show you that he also was in a captivity in Babylon. And this will be last. This is the last scripture. Jeremiah 1, and this will be last, family. Man, I pray y'all got some understanding. Now you tell me, after everything we just went over, did it say anything about a Statue of Liberty? Did it say anything about New York City? Woo! Boy, I tell you, boy. Jeremiah. Y'all brother K. Judah just trying to keep y'all on focus on your big brother, man. Your brother K. Judah just trying to keep you focused on the truth, man. I'm just trying to show you that unadulterated truth don't have lies in it, family. Unadulterated truth don't confuse the flock, family. Unadulterated truth don't have you sitting there saying, man, this brother just confused me. I don't know what he's talking about. Man, this man lying. This man deceived me. Nuh-uh. Unadulterated truth don't do none of that. Unadulterated truth teach you what unadulterated truth say. Thus said the Lord. Thus said Yahshua. That's it. Jeremiah chapter 1. And your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1 through 3, and this will be last. Let me show you that Jeremiah was also prophesying just like Daniel, just like Zechariah, just like Ezekiel. Same captivity during the time of the 4 winds of heaven, which we know as Babylon. Jeremiah chapter 1. And your brother K. Judah gonna read verse 1 through 3. And this will be last. And it reads, the word of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, of the priest, that was in Antioch in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Lord came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. And he came also in the days of Jehoiakim, just like all the rest of them I just showed you. In the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, until the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, until the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th month. When did they take them captive? During the time of Nebuchadnezzar, king of who, K. Judah? King of Babylon. So now I can understand why these 2 women took that ephah to Babylon. Because that's who will be ruling, who is pure wickedness in the end of days. So family, do anybody have any questions? Thank my brother every year for putting the scriptures. Do anybody, or Moro, big salute. Do anybody have any questions, family? Because now you see without Obadiah, big salute, brethren. Monster Moshe, big salute, brethren. Now y'all see without a shadow of a doubt, I just went through the whole chapter. I lined up the precepts. I didn't add no private interpretation. I did not sensationalize the scriptures. I'm not getting all crazy to make you believe something I want you to believe. I went line upon line, precept on precept, and you tell me, did that have anything to do with the Statue of Liberty? Did they have anything to do with New York City? Man, the answer has to be no. It was talking about the woman who represent wickedness, which we know during the time of Zechariah, Babylon and them was ruling. And we know when you read Revelation 17, it tell you about a whore who sit up on many waters. It tell you about a whore riding the beast. And we know without a shadow of a doubt that whore is the Vatican City. That religious, filthy, dirty, stinky hoe. It's the Pope with his abominable doctrine. And he got that golden cup in his hand that look good on the outside. But in the inside, it is filthy. It is abominable. It is nasty. Don't drink it. So, okay, Judah, the tub that they say the Statue of Liberty is supposed to came over is in or the ephah. Check this out, though. Y'all want to see something that's going to make you laugh? Check this out. Let me open up this window right quick. Because I want to show y'all something before I get up out of here. I got to read this to y'all. Now, let me read this to y'all. Look, I'm going to read this. Because they said that they brought the Statue of Liberty over here on some type of crane, some type of wagon. Man, stop it, man. After the statue was presented to Levi P. Moulton, the U.S. Minister to France, on July the 4th, 1884 in Paris, it was disassembled and shipped to the United States aboard the French Navy ship. I don't see no carts or whatever y'all talk about. I don't see no cranes. What you talking about? It was some cranes and some that the ephah represent the Statue of Liberty. Boy, y'all sad, boy. And then you got your people. Oh, I see it. Oh, this is deep. You ain't said nothing deep. All you did was a lot of them. But see, you remember, they can't ask no questions. So they just sit there and believe anything. Because if they ask a question, you're going to block them. Well, I tell you, some of y'all are pitiful, man. So look at this. They brought it on a Navy ship right now. Hold up. Let me get out of here. I got to show y'all this. Let me open up my window. I found the article that I've been hearing for a while, but I want to know what y'all think about it. I'm going to open up my window and I'm going to read this. Y'all check this out. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to bring it in and I'm going to read this to you, family. And I want you to know, you tell me what you think. It say, now let me go up a little bit. Okay, this is Statue of Liberty, right? This the guy that supposed to have, did the sculpture. This guy right here. It say, oh boy, is the Statue of Liberty actually a man? It say a new theory. Look, a new theory suggests that the 151 feet figure that has stood at the entrance to New York City Harbor for 130 years is a male. I didn't say it. They said it. A jaw-dropping new theory suggests that the Statue of Liberty is actually a man and not a female sculptor, as is widely believed. Elizabeth Mitchell, an author and journalist, believe Frederick, the French creator of the 151 feet figure that has stood at the entrance to New York City Harbor for 130 years, may have used his brother, Jean, as inspiration. Now, I want to show y'all, so I'm going to bring it in a little close. Look. Man, this don't look like no woman, man. Look at it. That look like a man. Look at that. That don't even look like a woman. So how can she be the mother of harlots when they don't even know if that's a him or a she? You see how the Most High work? You see how stuff come out and put your lies to shame? They don't know if this is a woman or a man. But you lying telling us that the Statue of Liberty represent the mother of harlots. But they just say his brother was the inspiration. I mean, that's what the theory suggests. So I don't want to misquote them. They said it's a theory. But that do look like a man. That don't look like a woman. Look at the neck. Man, look at this man, big old arm. Man, that's a man's arm, man. Look at that boy, look at them big old hands. Ain't no woman hands. It's a man. But y'all gonna believe anything. And that's why I'm always telling you, I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at your lies. You're going to stop lying to my people. I can't destroy all false doctrine, but I'm going to do my best to continue to destroy y'all lies. That's why they call us the cleanup crew. I'm going to do everything in my power, every being in me, to keep the Most High Yah's people focused on their big brother Yahshua, focus on their father Yah, and guess what it's going to be with? Unadulterated truth. Because you can't be out here causing people to stumble and lie. Because if you're a liar, who called you to teach? Because your arrogance and your pride have deceived you. Any one of my family in this chat box right now can say, K. Judah, I need to ask a question. And you know what I'm going to do? Do you want to come on the panel or do you want to ask it from the chat box? And I'm going to sit here humbly and I'm going to wait till they respond. And then I'm going to answer the question. If I understand it and I could go into the scriptures and prove it, I'm going to go in the scriptures and prove it. If I can't, I'm going to say, brother, I don't understand that. Let me do a little bit of investigation. I'll get back with you. But you have the audacity to tell people you're going to block them if they question what you teach. You have been woefully most misinformed. Man, that's despicable. That you got to block your brother, but I bet you won't block them Gentiles that you love to go and ask them to come on your panel and debate you. But your own brother and sister, they can't come on the panel, right? Because if they know more than you, you don't want them questioning you in front of your people. Oh, to put you to shame. But it ain't even much about putting you to shame. It's putting your doctrine to shame, your lies to shame. So they got to get blocked because you lying. Or anybody, whether it's a man or a woman, because a lot of y'all are nothing but liars. And my sister told me, you better stop holding back, K. Judah. Don't do that. You're doing the people a disservice when you do that. You know you be hearing lies, and you don't want to get into it with your brother, so you hold back. And I told her, you right. And I apologize for that. I do hold back when I hear certain things. Because I don't want to make it look like I'm just attacking people. But I'm not attacking nobody. I don't attack people. I attack false doctrine. I don't got no videos attacking nobody unless they come and attack me. And I defend myself and speak up for my name because that's all I got is my name. But I don't go bother nobody. You ain't seen nobody do no video on me to my man. This nigga here, boy, is a wicked nigga. He a backbiter. He be lying. He be deceiving people. And nobody said that. Anybody can come over here and talk to me on the panel. I'm going to be quiet and let them talk. It's called humbling yourself. Because I don't know everything. I can also be taught by anybody. Whether it's a man or a woman, you can edify me. I was teaching a class behind the scene, and the sister told me, she edified me. She said, K. Judah, when the Most High say destroy, it don't always mean kill. I said, woo, hold up. I say, man, that was deep. You're right. Just because you destroy somebody don't mean you kill them. Just like you can destroy somebody's spirit, but they still can be alive. Man, that sister edified me on that, and that was a woman who did that. So you see, I was edified on something that I wasn't paying attention to, but the sister edified me. You see, when you humble yourself down, you can also be edified and learn something new and different, and don't think you got all the knowledge because your pride and your arrogance have deceived you. You don't know everything. Nobody know everything. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I know I did this early. I thank y'all, family, and I pray y'all getting some understanding. I pray you writing this down. So when you talk to your mama, when you talk to your daddy, when you talk to your wife, your husband, your kinfolk, your brothers and sisters, your uncle and them, you got something to stand on. And that's the word of Yah and Yahshua. Because if you don't know nothing, they gonna laugh at you and say, nigga, get out of my face, boy. You don't even know what you talking about, boy. Go tell me I can't eat pork when the Bible right here just say all I got to do is pray over my food and God made all things good. So you got to know how to maneuver. You got to know how to be quick on your feet. And if you don't know where to go, they're going to make you look crazy. And then your family going to laugh at you and that's going to break your spirit. So if you don't know nothing, don't talk about nothing you don't know. And that's it. And I thank y'all and I love y'all and I want y'all to enjoy the rest of your Shabbat. Enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat. August dreams. I'm praying for you, my beloved sister. I'm praying for your healing. Pray that the Most High send healing through your body. And all Israel, if you're sick, I pray that Most High send comfort. And I always sustain those who can't sustain themselves. Strengthen those who are feeble, Lord. Those who are weak in faith. Strengthen their faith like David. Strengthen their faith like the prophets. Strengthen their faith like the disciples and the apostles. Strengthen your people, Lord. You told us to prove you. This is your words, Lord. You say, prove me. So I'm asking, Lord, for you to, through your own word, be for your people as you has always been for your people, and sustain your people as you said you will always sustain your people. They trying to wipe us out, Lord. But you said, not so, heathen. If the sun and the moon should not be before me, then you will cast us away. I see the sun and the moon every day. So heathen babies, y'all can't do nothing to us. We still remain. After all this time, we are still here and we still remain. And we are soon to be delivered out of your oppression, out of your hell. We don't got to look at you no more. We don't got to listen to your derogatory comments. We don't got to listen to your lies on your films and your TV shows, painting us this picture of black people or Israelites like we just filthy, disgusting, we the scum of the earth. We won't have to hear nothing from you no more. And man, I can't wait to see that day. So in the words of my beloved sister August Dream, I want to thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den, family. Let's get it.
I find it hard sometimes. Please, Father, help me. I just want to get right. And I don't want to slip up, but it's hard to keep up in a world so upside down. So guide me, guide me, guide me. Guide me, guide me, guide me. It's been a while since I spoke to you. While nobody is around, I just wanna say to you, I thank you for everything that you blessed me with. If there's a time for anything, this will be it. Can't nobody take what you made me feel. Can't nobody shake what I have instilled inside of me. They might try, but the power that's beside of me, ride for me, fight for me, die for me, try me. And I'm here, fighting for your love. Do I make that clear? I might need a little work, but I keep you near. Never doubted what you said, and it's all right here inside of me. I'm keeping scriptures like they part of me. And if I miss a single day, why does it bother me? Getting so distracted, really slacking. Know you looking, sitting, thinking, praying that you hear just what I'm saying. Don't give up on me, yeah. Don't give up on me. Ooh, 'cause I find it hard sometimes. Please, Father, help me. I just wanna get right. And I don't wanna slip up, but it's hard to keep up in a world so upside down. So guide me, guide me, guide me. Guide me, guide me, guide me. Many times I ran out from you, but I always came back. Can't stand not having you in my life. Need you day and night, always by my side, teaching me wrong from right. So don't let go. Coming back full force, so hold on. And I'm blessed beyond measure. Fruits of the spirit is undefined treasure. Ain't nobody take what you made me feel. Ain't nobody shake what I have instilled inside of me. They might try, but the power that's beside of me, ride for me, fight for me, die for me, try me. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, I just need a little help from you. I just need a little help from you, please. So guide me, guide me. I find it hard sometimes. Please, Father, help me. I just wanna get right. And I don't wanna slip up, but it's hard to keep up in a world so upside down. So guide me, guide me, guide me. Guide me, guide me, guide me.
Hey, family, I just want to say this before I go. Please, family, you are in the audience. You have a right to ask questions. If you hear something that it don't seem right to you, it don't feel right, it's not coming out right, they not bringing it out the scriptures. You have a right to ask a question and say, what you just said, can you read that out the Bible, what you just said? And this will show you that if they say, get them out of here, they got to go. That lets you know right there that is a person who is full of pride and arrogance. If you can't ask a question to the teacher, the one that is teaching on their panel, if you can't ask a question to them, don't be there. Don't listen. Find you somewhere where you can not only ask questions, but they will allow you to come on a panel and talk and ask your questions that way. And then y'all can iron sharpen iron that way. But there's a lot of people, they do not want you asking them questions. They do not want you going against what they teach. They do not want you saying nothing but being a good little sheep. Be quiet, because all they're going to do is make you feel bad and say, you have not studied enough. Then they're going to start telling you how much the Lord gave them knowledge and wisdom and how they know the Lord is with them. Man, we can only pray that the Lord is with us. We can only hope that the Lord is with us. Man, you don't know if he accept your persons. Who you think you is? I pray every day that the Lord on my side. But I kind of, can see that he is a little bit by the way I swing a sword. I believe what grandma say now. She say you gonna be called a teacher. I believe her now. I'm doing what she said. So I pray the Lord on my side. I mean, I swing the sword, okay. So I kind of think he with me a little bit. But that don't mean that, because I can go stupid and he can leave me and pick somebody else. So the Lord don't need you and he don't need me. He can use anybody he wants to bring forth his word. That shall humble you. That means that we ain't really that important, even though we are important to him, but not to a point to where you get the boasting and being arrogant and thinking you just high and mighty. He will cut you asunder, just like he'll cut me asunder. So humble yourself down. Humble yourself down and stop threatening people with your antics about how they got to get up out the chat box because you don't want nobody questioning you. Get off the panel then and stop teaching. Because that's your job as a teacher to answer questions. Be ready in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke. The Bible is full of correction. And they get all down to the bones and marrow and to the intent of the heart and thoughts. So who are you to tell somebody what they can ask and what they can't ask? And you have been woefully misinformed. So I just want to say this, family. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Shabbat. And your brother K. Judah want to say shalom.